chapter of 2 Kings 7 and verse 3. And there were 4 leprous men entering in the gate. They said one unto another, "Why sit we here until we die? If we say we will enter into the city, then the famine in this city, and we shall die. And if we sit here, we die also. Now therefore come, let us fall into the host of the Syrians. If they save us alive, we shall live. And if they kill us, we shall but die." I'd like to give a testimony before I go ahead and enter into what I'm about to talk about. You know, I was raised in church all my life. I was born on the pew. I knew what it was like to taste the sweet presence of the Lord from a very young age. And I began to make some choices in my early 20s, and I began to walk away from God. And I began to taste the things of the world. And the more I tasted the world, the further I got. And I entered into a place where I was on drugs and alcohol. And I was falling into sin. And I remember one day that I was sitting on a bar stool and God began to speak to me. And he asked me this question: "Why sit we here until we die?" See, in this story, the lepers knew that if they stayed in the current situation they were in, they were going to die. And if they went to the city, they were going to die. But they knew if there's a chance that I could go to the enemy's camp, maybe I will be able to make it out alive. And I made the decision that if I could just get to the house of God again, if I could just come to where the presence of the Lord was, I could feel the presence of God. And I got tired of the devil beating me up, and I got tired of the pressure bringing me down, and I got tired of all the things of the world. There is nothing in this world that will be as great as the presence of God in your life. If you would just give your life to God, God can do amazing things for you. Now, since I've been back in church, God has done great things in my life. I began to struggle with people at work. They didn't accept the new man I was supposed to be. And I prayed, "Lord God, I want you to shut the mouth of my haters." And so they began to trouble me even more. And trouble me even more. And so one day, I got into an accident at work and I hurt my ribs. And I was removed from the people that were troubling me. Until one day, there was a man who kept giving me trouble and trouble every single day. And so one day he came up to me and he said, "I got a word from God for you." And he began to tell me that if you just give your life to God and you'll lay everything on the altar, you'll follow him, he will do a great thing in your life. I realized today that the reason that man was bothering me is because he had a word from God that he had to deliver to me until he let me go. I tell you what, as I began to come back to God, that I began to study the scriptures again. And I tell you what, if you have never taken the time to study this great book, the 66 book Bible, the love letter from God to the church. If you would just begin to study this word, you begin to fall in love with the word of God. God will begin to reveal things in your life that you can change, and God will begin to show you a life worth living. If you would just give your life to God with every single thing you have, with everything that God inside you, love the Lord with all thy strength, with all thy heart, with all thy mind. If you will follow the Lord, the Lord will change your life. The Lord will move in your life in a way that you can never imagine. I pray that you really fall in love with God. Thank you, guys.